Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. Concern is not whether God is on our side, my greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. When I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. There are no bad pictures, that's just how your face looks sometimes. Folks are usually about as happy as they make their minds up to be. America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we falter and lose our freedoms, it will be because we destroyed ourselves. We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. The mystic chords of memory will swell when again touched, as surely they will be, by the better angels of our nature. I laugh because I must not cry, that is all, that is all. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. No man is poor who has a godly mother. Character is like a tree and reputation its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is and the tree is the real thing. All that I am or ever hope to be, I owe to my angel mother. Character is like a tree and reputation its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is and the tree is the real thing. I have been driven many times upon my knees by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. My own wisdom and that of all about me seemed insufficient for that day. You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to what light I have. The best way to predict your future is to create it. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. I can see how it might be possible for a man to look down upon the earth and be an atheist, but I cannot conceive how a man could look up into the heavens and say there is no God. Elections belong to the people. It's their decision. If they decide to turn their back on the fire and burn their behinds, then they will just have to sit on their blisters. My father taught me to work, but not to love it. I never did like to work, and I don't deny it. I'd rather read, tell stories, crack jokes, talk, laugh, anything but work. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. If you once forfeit the confidence of your fellow citizens, you can never regain their respect and esteem. It is true that you may fool all of the people some of the time, you can even fool some of the people all of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. Speech at Clinton, Illinois, September 8, 1854. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. The Lord prefers common-looking people. That is why He made so many of them. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts, and beer. It is difficult to make a man miserable while he feels worthy of himself and claims kindred to the great God who made him. It is difficult to make a man miserable while he feels worthy of himself and claims kindred to the great God who made him. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. It is difficult to make a man miserable while he feels worthy of himself and claims kindred to the great God who made him. If this is coffee, please bring me some tea, but if this is tea, please bring me some coffee. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. 7 years ago our fathers brought forth on this continent, a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. I don't know who my grandfather was, I am much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. When I get ready to talk to people, I spend 2/3 of the time thinking what they want to hear and 1/3 thinking about what I want to say. Be with a leader when he is right, stay with him when he is still right, but leave him when he is wrong. The Bible is not my book nor Christianity my profession. I could never give assent to the long, complicated statements of Christian dogma. I have come to the conclusion never again to think of marrying, and for this reason, I can never be satisfied with anyone who would be blockhead enough to have me. You can have anything you want if you want it badly enough. You can be anything you want to be, do anything you set out to accomplish if you hold to that desire with singleness of purpose. Hypocrite, the man who murdered his parents, and then pleaded for mercy on the grounds that he was an orphan. Honor to the soldier and sailor everywhere, who bravely bears his country's cause. Honor, also, to the citizen who cares for his brother in the field and serves, as he best can, the same cause.